Good evening, everyone. My name is Keith Laskey, and this is the Keith Laskey Show, a show about nothing. So, it's Wednesday, February 11th, 2015. Uh, I obviously am Keith Laskey. Let's take a look at what's trending today. Right now, we have a Chapel Hill shooting. I'm not quite sure if you've seen this. You probably have. I was late to the world today, but apparently we have a white man that gunned down three Muslims. Apparently, no. I see Chapel Hill. I gotta think it's North Carolina, and I'm assuming they're students. I really haven't seen much of the story. I saw the Twitter feed and everything. I actually was appalled at the first. I clicked on the Chapel Hill shooting. It's a hashtag Chapel Hill shooting. I pulled it up, and the first thing I saw was this tweet from a at Maria Aliyah, Maria Maria, Aliyah is Aliaa. She's wearing a garb on her head, so I'm assuming she's Muslim. Although her comment certainly could come from anybody. Her tweet is, "This is absolutely disgusting and honestly makes me so scared." Hashtag Chapel Hill shooting. She posts what appears to be a screenshot on her iPhone of a couple tweets here. Muslims need to leave our country. We don't want any of you here. That's from a Linda Hester Walker. Matthew Yan chimes in. It sounds like justice to me. There's a Jeff Coxwell. Dead mud scums are a good thing. This guy needs more ammo and a better gun. We have more work for him. And a Tom King with this beautiful, clever comment, has hunting season open in North Carolina? Well, no, you sick son of a bitch, it has not. And you people are disgusting. Now, look, obviously there are some Muslims in this world that have caused us a tremendous amount of damage. But if you ask me, it seems like there's been more white people or black people in this country that have caused a whole heck of a lot more issues that Muslims have in this country. Now we got ourselves a big problem with Muslims. Pardon me. I'm not suggesting that we don't, but to make a comment like that the three Muslim college students should be gunned down is without some sort of knowledge about what the heck is going on is absolutely disgusting. And you people should be ashamed of yourselves. Linda Hester Walker, Matthew Yan, Jeff Coxwell, and Tom King. There was another one too. Let me see if I can find the other one. It was equally Tim Smith. 3 down. ... X many to go. Ken Steffi. Good shot. That's great. Great, Ken. Shannon Schaefer. Man is a national hero. He gunned down 3 college students. This man is despicable. Mark F. Kastner. Bummer. It's a hate. Bummer if is a hate crime. Pardon me. Bummer. If is in caps a hate crime. Just like they commit daily. A little taste of their own medicine is long overdue. Now look, these 3 Muslims, maybe this guy is smarter than the rest of us, and he knows something that the FBI, the CIA, no one else knows. I don't think so. I think the guy was a complete jerk. But, it could be, I don't know. I don't know the story. But my early impression is that this guy was a complete jerk and should be locked up for the rest of his life, and probably should be sentenced to death, depending on the penalties and the rules in North Carolina. Next, what's trending is what's love in 4 words. That's a hashtag. What's love in 4 words? Oh man, I forgot to cue it up. It reminds me of a song. Frank Sinatra once called it the greatest love song in history. And Blue Eyes. He knew his love songs. I'm not saying the guy was the greatest love song artist of all time, but it's Frank Sinatra. And he said the greatest love song of all time was something. I think it's just called Something, sung by George Harrison, performed by the Beatles. But something in the way she moves, attracts me like no other lover. It's a great song, and perhaps it is the greatest love song of all time. Depends on what you like. But something in the way, that's my what's love in 4 words, because when you're in love, whether it be a spouse or a child, there's just something in the way that they do things that you just fall in love with. So something in a way. That's what's love in 4 words for me. Anthony Mason is trending. Anthony Mason has congestive heart failure. Mason was a long-time NBA player from, I think it was 91 to 03. Played 12 or 13 seasons in the NBA. He was with a different, wide variety of teams. He was a journeyman NBA player, but still, it's a long time to play in the NBA. He was a one-time All-Star and also won a Sixth Man of the Year award. Finished up. Last season was in 2003 with the Milwaukee Bucks. He's age 48. I have no idea what causes congestive heart failure. I did see on Twitter that somebody said steroids was obviously to blame. I have no idea if A, he took steroids, or B, if steroids has anything to do with congestive heart failure. I have no idea. But from what it appears, the tweets from the news sources are saying that he is fighting for his life. Anthony Mason is fighting for his life with congestive heart failure. So, hey, just because he played basketball doesn't mean he deserves our sympathy. He doesn't. But at the same time, whenever there's a man fighting for his life, you can't help but feel sympathy for them and him and his family. And I hope he pulls through this. And good luck to him and the tough couple hours ahead of him. Hopefully days and weeks and years. But Unsung Hollywood. Unsung Hollywood is apparently a show. It looks like it's a show on this TV One. I'm not quite sure what TV One is, but Unsung Hollywood is a show on this TV One that goes into. It appears to be like behind the scenes, if you will, for like black television shows. That's just a guess. I didn't do enough research on this one, but that's what it seems to be. And the show they're doing this season, it seems to be like a Black History Month thing. I could be wrong, but it's the show is A Different World. The old Different World. I learned a few things about Different World. I had no idea I think it was Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet was on that show. I guess it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I don't recall Lisa Bonet being on the show. I guess she was. And also, she was going to school. It was a spin-off of the Cosbys. I always thought it was just kind of a very, very similar show. I didn't know it was a spin-off. I knew they were related. I didn't think it was a spin-off, though, from the Cosby Show. But she went to college where Claire and Cliff met, and I definitely had no idea about that. So, also, Jada Pinkett Smith got her start on that show. Another thing that I did not know. So, A Different World was definitely a great TV show. It's fun. I always thought that in what's the show with Raj and Shirley? Anyway, I always thought those two shows were connected and not the Cosby Show. But whatever the case may be, apparently it is. So, but yeah, it's really great. It's a great show. I used to love watching the show like after school. I remember being on early or something. So, very good show. And hey, sitcoms are few and far between these days, and. That was during the golden age of sitcoms, really. That was at the tail end of the gauge of sitcoms. All right. Well, that wraps it up for what's trending. There are some other things trending. Some hashtag of Canaries, which appears to be about a TV show with a couple hot girls. I don't know. And then a few wrestling things are trending. Some New York takeover or something like that. There must be a big WB. Or whatever the heck it's called, big wrestling match in New York or something, because there were a few wrestling hashtags and a few wrestling. One wrestler actually was trending, whoever it was. So what we got here today, where is it? There it is, The Power of No. That's a great book by James Altucher and Claudia Altucher. Claudia actually goes by Azula. Claudia Azula Altucher. So I think that must be either her maiden name. Claudia and I are actually friends on Twitter, or we follow each other on Twitter. We've spoken a few times on Twitter, and she is so freaking lovely. Claudia is wonderful. And James is top of the line, man. Yeah, James is a great guy. Tomorrow, Thursday, if you're around 3:30 to 4:30, is his chat, his Twitter chat. Ask him anything, and there's a pretty good chance he'll get back to you. You kind of got to build a rapport with him, but it's worth trying. It's very easy to do that, and it's worth doing it. So the Power of No, good book about saying no. Above My Head is the Gabriel Method. Hey, look, I gotta slim down. Dieting doesn't work. Exercise is difficult at times. The Gabriel method uses visualization, and just kind of gets your mind going as a way to lose weight. And then, where is it over there? There it is, Seth Godin. Seth Godin's What to Do When It's Your Turn and It's Always Your Turn. What to do when it's your turn and it's always your turn. Seth Godin comes back with a vengeance. This book is interesting. Where is it? Oh, I'm not used to my setup here yet. This book is interesting. What to do when it's your turn and it's always your turn. Godin comes out with like a magazine format. It's a very strange, not strange, but it's a different way. So there's definitely like this page here. Yeah, it's different in the way that he created the book. Plenty of knowledge, plenty of things to go with. Just a different format. Neil Young. Yeah, Seth Godin talks about Neil Young in this book. He's the best. Seth Godin is the greatest. We're lucky to be alive when this man is around. So check that out. Actually, you know what? I have a copy. I have a second copy of this book. So if you're interested, and if I have not already given it away, contact me, and I'll see about giving you a copy of the book. It's what is it? It's at Keith R. Laskey. Just send me a tweet at Keith R. Laskey if you want a copy of this book. And if I still have it, I'll be happy to give it to you. Hey, thanks guys. Have a great day.